if you allow your 14-year-old to light a joint at the breakfast table, if you allow your hormone-addled 15-year-old daughter to slam the door of her bedroom and give you the finger, you're going to get more of it. And those kids are going to wind up in rehab. It's not good for you, and it's not good for them. No. There has to be a point at which dad comes home. Yeah, that's right. Dad comes home. And he's pissed. Dad is pissed. He's not vengeful. He loves his children. Disobedient as they may be, he loves them. Because they're his children, they live in his house. But he's very disappointed in their behavior. And he's going to have to let them know. He's going to have to get to your room right now and think about what you did.
I guess nothing gets MAGA jazzed up like the thought of a maladjusted father coming home to abuse his kids.
And when dad gets home, you know what he says? You've been a bad girl. You've been a bad little girl, and you're getting a vigorous spanking right now. And no, it's not going to hurt me more than it hurts you. No, it's not. I'm not going to lie. This is going to hurt you a lot more than it hurts me. And you earned this. You're getting a vigorous spanking because you've been a bad girl. And it has to be this way. It has to be this way because it's true. And you're only going to get better when you take responsibility for what you did. That's not said in the spirit of hate. It's not said in the spirit of vengeance or bigotry. Far from it. It's said in the spirit of justice, which is the purest and best thing there is.
So it's obvious that the Turning Point crowd is excited over their desire for Donald Trump to spank them while telling them that they've been a bad little girl. Because after Tucker Carlson got them worked up in this creepy ancestral fantasy, they did this.
When Tucker Carlson was speaking tonight, he started to say that if Donald Trump were to win, it would be like, quote, daddy's home, daddy's coming home. And he said that Trump, like God, loves all of his children, talking about the mainstream media, in his words, and Democrats, and said that Trump would need to give them a good spanking. Now, this is something the crowd went wild for here. There are thousands of people here. And when Trump came on stage, as you can see, speaking behind me, they started screaming and chanting "Daddy's home" and "Daddy Dawn." So this is something I have not heard at a Trump rally so far.
And it's probably something she never wants to see again. But it wouldn't be the first time Trump supporters close their eyes and imagine dropping their pants for him.
You know, you don't have to like the words that come out of the man's mouth, but sometimes in life we all need a good paddling from the principal to set our life on the right track. And this country does need a little bit of that. We need a little paddling. I mean, I was a problem child growing up, and it took a good leadership to set me straight. So I think our country does need some of that. So I hands down believe people wanted it 4 years ago, 3 years ago. So,
but they didn't vote that way, right?
I don't know about that.
You think it was a stolen election?
Without a doubt.
Okay, so a couple of things here. If you want your ass whooped by Donald Trump, then that's just your business. But why do these folks think that they have the authority to tell everyone else to live out their fantasies with them? And apparently, this former problem child never got past his issues since he still feels he needs a 78-year-old stranger to punish him. But there was one other thing that Tucker Carlson said that stood out to me in his praise of Trump that only shows that according to their logic, Trump didn't get enough spankings growing up either.
It has to be this way because it's true. And you're only going to get better when you take responsibility for what you did.
Dr. Fauci said earlier this week that the lag in testing was, in fact, a failing. Do you take responsibility for that?
No, I don't take responsibility at all because we were given a set of circumstances.
You said that you don't take responsibility, but you did disband the White House pandemic office, and the officials that were working in that office left this administration abruptly. So what responsibility do you take to that? And the officials that worked in that office said that the White House lost valuable time because that office wasn't disbanded. What do you make of that?
Well, I just think it's a nasty question because what we've done is, and Tony has said numerous times that we've saved thousands of lives because of the quick closing. And when you say me, I didn't do it. We have a group of people. I could ask perhaps my administration, but I could perhaps ask Tony about that because I don't know anything about it.
He's just an insecure person that thrives off of even weaker people surrounding him, only for the sake of making him feel like he's strong. They get called out for this creepy behavior and embrace their fealty like a badge of honor, all just for him.
Just an observation of mine that I made. I just have to say it. You know it, you feel it. These guys are creepy, and yes, just weird as hell. That's what you see. That's what you see.
I think outside Jesse, most of us are weird. Outside Jesse. Most of us have a little bit of thing that's a little non-traditional. And I think by calling people weird, that'll make them more relatable.
So when aggressively paternalistic sexual fantasies are normalized even further into the realm of politics, there's this sense that as long as you're under the MAGA umbrella, you can be a nasty, disrespectful piece of garbage and avoid all responsibility. I guess like Daddy Don.
We talked about this yesterday when Jesse offered me a ride on the tractor and I declined.
Yes, that was a euphemism.
You're gross, obviously.
Why does it have to be sexual?
You made it sexual by saying it was a euphemism.
Oh, you ride the tractor.
Don't do.
Never heard.
Anyway.
Okay, you're sick. As commander-in-chief, we don't know who she is. We don't know what she believes. She's going to get paralyzed in the Situation Room while the generals have their way with her. Right now,
Jesse, water.
Jesse, I don't like that.
Figuratively,
Take
again.
it back.
Have their way with her. Control her. Not in a sexual way.
What other political group chants and celebrates their leader coming into office to do things to them that harm them so that they can learn some kind of lesson as some grown-ass adults? He really has convinced this many people that they're better off representing him than he, the political candidate, looking to represent these people. So how do you persuade folks that want to be ruled to gather the guts to demand that their lives and issues be taken into account?
Don't give them the power. Look, are they a threat to democracy? Yes. Are they going to take our rights away? Yes. Are they going to put people's lives in danger? Yes. Are they going to endanger the planet by not dealing with climate change? Yes. They're going to do all that. But don't lift these guys up like they're sometimes the heroes. Everybody in this room knows, I know it as a teacher, a bully has no self-confidence. A bully has no strength. They have nothing. The fascists depend on fear. The fascists depend on us going back. But we're not afraid of weird people. We're a little bit creeped out, but we're not afraid.